So Ashley, the mother, went on to say, quote, "We are just completely heartbroken and afraid, but we are remaining hopeful that someone will bring him home. There will be a miracle and he'll come home." Close quote. So at least she's talking about him in the present tense. Maybe Mum doesn't know anything. Maybe Mum is innocent. But on the following Wednesday, just before they were calling it a recovery mission, the mannequin that they had used to jog people's memories was used and dropped into the river where the boy was last seen on May 6th. Now, the mannequin was made to match his height, weight, and the mannequin was also wearing similar clothing to what Dylan was wearing, which I will put a photo up of what he was wearing on that day for you to see. Cute little munchkin. Very cute. But, you know, all kids are, well, till they hit that age. Anyway, the mannequin was also equipped with radio transmitters, which were, and reporting stations were set up along the riverbank to capture the signal. And as it captured the signal, the helicopter was above following the mannequin, taking the information from that and following through to see where it would go. So Police Chief McNeil explained, again to CTV News, as the mannequin floats, the idea is that it will give a position of receivers and it will be able to help us map and chart a possible area to search again. He also said that this trial was not meant to be exact science. However, it is believed that the exercise did produce some useful information that the team will be evaluating. Police then went on to say that the data from the experiment had been collected, mapped out and charted, and that the dive team was going to be briefed to go in. Now, one of the officers, it just says local police here, I don't have a name. The dive team will be returning with a side sonar scanning device that should identify objects that need further inspection in the water. So they're still going with this river. Okay. But later, Dylan's mother, Ashley, did another interview stating, quote, "We are desperate for answers. There's a lot going on and there's nothing going on. It's a complete nightmare. It's excruciating," end quote. So she knows that there's, I know that she doesn't want to put the police department down because they're the ones searching for her son, but by stating that there's nothing going on, tells me she knows that what the rest of us do, that there isn't enough time, money, effort, which I know that police departments don't have a lot, or they do, but the search of a child should outweigh a lot of other things, especially finances. But the search and rescue after May 12th was called off. So the search done. But the family members and the community are continuing to search for the boy. In lieu of this, Ashley went to say, "Thank you isn't enough. We appreciate every prayer. We appreciate every little bit of help we get." End quote. So when the reward went up, offering $10,000 for Dylan's safe and alive return, it stated live, and there was $1,000 put up to anyone that leads them to their son. People were confused because with this reward came an expiry date. So, which I'd never heard of before. I'd never heard of there being an expiry date. And the expiry is on July 15th, 2020, so 5 days from now. So we will update in 5 days and see if anything comes of this. There were so many questions. Everybody had so many questions because it just seemed to be the only thing people were talking about once this reward came out. So they actually had to come out and state that the reason they put the expiry date on the reward is because they wanted instant results. They wanted anyone with information to come forward fast, as you would. So the mother said, we don't want somebody to have the opportunity to take their time. We want a sense of urgency with this reward. So when I first saw it before the explanation, I was like, are you kidding me? Do you not give a shit? Are you trying to keep the money for yourself? But I sat and thought about it for a while, and it began to make sense. It began to make a complete sense to me. Because if there's a time limit and someone wants the money and they have the information, then it will come sooner rather than later. I thought it was genius. So I did a complete 180 on that one. But further down the track, Dylan's parents say they believe it's possible their son might have been kidnapped and that his boots could have been thrown off the small railway bridge that passes close to Salmon River. Now someone's making sense. So the family is now moved on to that. They believe the police put all of their attention into the searching the river and perhaps not enough into entertaining other possible explanations for Dylan's disappearance. But even when they went to the police with their, not so much theories, but with their theories, asking them to look at other avenues, the police still said foul play is not involved. They know something we don't. Because if they're not going off with foul play, they know something that we don't. Apparently, the parents have been investigating the case themselves. Now, they've been talking to people, making phone calls and putting up posters. And Dylan's father, after they launched their own investigation, went on to say that, quote, I believe he was kidnapped. But it's hard to say what really happened because all they have is the boots. I feel like he was kidnapped. A lot of people feel like he was kidnapped, but we don't know. That's the problem. No one knows. It's been a nightmare. It's been a complete nightmare. It's the worst nightmare coming true. There are no words for it. One way or another, we would like some closure. See, closure still means death. And after a month or so, that's still only a month. I would like to believe that my child was still around. He also went on to say, hang on. No, I've just doubled that one up. So as my editing today is not the greatest. As the case is still ongoing, like I said, I wish I could sit here and give you the answers to all of this. I wish there was closure to this case, one way or another. I would prefer it very much that he is safe from harm and that someone's just... I always like to think that, so that you've got those women that can't have babies, that are desperate to have babies, and the adoption process takes a long time and it takes a hell of a lot of money. So you've got those women that kidnap. And when cases like this come up, it's not that you know what? No, I do. I always hope that this is the case and that they will be found alive and happy and well. I would always prefer to think that way. And I hope that this is the case. But if you are in the States and you have you know of Dylan's whereabouts, please contact local police services at 902-895-5351. Now, you can report anonymously if you don't want to be involved, which sometimes there are reasons, there are good reasons for people not to want to come forward. But anonymously, just please give them a call, mask your voice, whatever it takes. Please come forward and please help this little boy. Sad situation, but I will keep you updated on this case. That is all we've got for now. And there aren't a lot of updates, but I will keep trying. I will keep digging. So, yeah. Now, if you're interested, I'd be very grateful if you popped over to our accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Insta, and just drop us a line and tell us what case you would like looked up, what case I can dig into for you. I've always got a list of so many cases I want to dig into, but we can always use more. Always use more. And there are a hell of a lot of them. Let me tell you, you should see my Facebook timeline. Holy crap. I did not realize I was a part of so many true crime pages and groups, and it's amazing. I love it. I love not being in the fiction world anymore. I love true crime. So if the JonBenet Ramsey case, I really, really, really want to cover, and a few people have told me, yeah, go for it. But there's just so many out there, and I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to, she doesn't know it yet, one of my Facebook friends, followers, did handwriting analysis, and I'm going to today try and see if she'll come on with us and do a case, the JonBenet Ramsey case, and just give us her thoughts about the writing in the letters, which the whole case is just so messed up. But I hope you'll join us tomorrow. I am not 100% sure what we're going to do. I really, really want to cover over the weekend Toya Cordingley's death from Queensland that happened a couple of years ago now, but the main suspect in that case actually fled to India, and the family of the man that has fled did interviews stating that they don't know where he is, but apparently he's in Punjab somewhere, which is where his family members are. And India is notorious for being pains in the butts when it comes to extradition. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But there is a lot to cover on that case. And it is just horrible. You should not have to, as a woman, think that you need a weapon. I do. I go for walks, because my cardiologist told me that I have to exercise more, but I've got rheumatoid arthritis, so it's a little bit difficult. So walking is what I do. And I kid you not, I know it's illegal, but I always carry a knife. Always. And I'm glad I do. Because I don't have any strength to fight someone off. So you got to do what you got to do. I got a tomahawk underneath the driver's seat in my car as well, just in case. You never know. You never know. This world is muffed up, people. It is so screwed that everybody needs to be aware. And we don't even really have guns here. But that doesn't stop them from using weapons against us. It doesn't. There's still violence here, but fortunately we haven't had a mass shooting in over 20 years now. And the banning of guns and the prices of guns over here is absolutely ridiculous. You should see, if you watch that Jim Jeffries special that he's got on guns, he is 110% spot on. I suggest you go watch it. And I really wish America would crack down on their gun laws. I know people feel they need to be armed over there, but if you don't have guns, if no one's got guns, then you don't need to be armed with such things. But, or you could be like me, because pepper spray and tasers are illegal here, so I make my own, not taser, pepper spray. And because women need something on them just in case. It's anyone that's been attacked knows that this is imperative. So we will cover more of these subjects as we go on. But for now, I have to go and feed my son his lunch before he comes barging in here. So thank you, and make sure you hit us up over at our social media pages and tell us what you want. Have a good day. Bye.